www.noodleworzch.com. Name's Ty, and in this video tutorial we're going to make use of Adobe Photoshop CS5. And I'm going to show you real quick on how you can make a wallpaper like this. If you are into making tutorial videos like we do here, you would create something that looks like this, like noodleworzch.com, or whatever image you want to use as your background while you're doing video tutorials using your computer, so that it would somehow look like a little bit of an advertising purpose, that you advertise your website in there, or somehow make it look like a little professional, not just like a plain white or a plain black or some other background. So if you're a company or a website or a blogger, you could advertise using text, do boss.com like that in there as your background now while you do your tutorials. So how you do HD for that? If you're using the screen resolution 1920 by 1080, you could use that. But this computer that we're using right now, if you check on the screen resolution, right click on that. What you have first to do when you create an HD wallpaper for your computer is to right click over that on the blank screen, select on screen resolution and check on that. It says 1366 by 768. That's the one that's been oriented to use. This is the maximum now of this. That's the highest resolution that it has. So 1366 by 768. So that's what we're gonna do. Control N for new document. 1366 pixels by 768 pixels. Click on OK. By the way, sorry. Let me do that back again. I didn't show you other things in there. 1366, 768, resolution 72. That'll be alright. RGB 8-bit is okay. You say HQ or HD HQ wallpaper for your tutorials. Alright, so we got a blank canvas that we have. Again, it's all up to you for your tutorials. If you want it to have a black background like the one that we're using, or if you want it to use like a white background or whatever background that you might want to look up for YouTube. Let's try looking for some free paper textures. Paper texture background. Let's try that. Paper texture background. See, we got free. You might have free images right there. Here, let's see. Let's try this. It's gonna preload. Now you have to make sure first that you can use the photo. So let's see if it's got a download link in there. Free high resolution photo dimensions. So I said it's free. Let's just mention the site. It's from photospublicdomain.com and it's a free image. So we can borrow that. We're just gonna link up an attribute that we don't own this copyright for this, but basically this website right here, it's theirs, not ours. So save that. Save image as. I'm sorry. I'm trying to go ahead. Have it loaded first. Click on that so you could blow it to the biggest file size. Right click over that, click on save as. Save that on desktop, white parchment paper texture. Save that. Right, it's not going to save it because it's not done yet. So just wait for that to load. Now while it's loading, let's work here for now. Close that. If you want to use a black background, you can, but again, we're downloading a newer background, so it could have a little bit of a paper texture in there. So click on T, or you could also press letter T on your keyboard. Click on anywhere in there and type in boss.com. If this is your domain, alright, this is ours, so you don't, of course, use this. And resize that into something 250. You can somehow like maybe 180. If 180 is gonna work, no, not 180. I guess it's 160. 160, I don't know, 160 would be enough. There you go. Let me check if you blow that up. There you go. So you might see that it's a little grainy because it's not the actual resolution. If you blow it up to the real size of the canvas, you can see that the details is clear. Okay, so bring that in there, right in the center, or if you do want to have it here, want to have it on top. I'm just giving you like a sample positioning of this. So like that, we're using impact for font type, and let me change this color to we're using orange for the site. So let's rush that up a little bit. There you go, noodleworzch.com. And also we got another that says noodled thinking. That's because that, oh, what's that? No, let me just, Jennifer handwriting is the one that we're using. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Thinking. Oh, think what happened. Noodle thinking. There you go. And here. Let's make it a little larger. 65 will be enough. There you go. Alright, so we're done with that. That's the base. Remember, this is going to be used for video tutorials. So you might want to think that you will be having here on this part your taskbar, if you want to show your taskbar on your tutorials. And also think so that you're going to be having a lot of icons here, right? So consider that too. Okay, and if you're okay with the centering and all, and what you have to do is to, oh, let's get the image now. We have the image right here. Let's check if it's on a desktop now. Yes, it is. Control O to find that white parchment. Look up for that and click on the background. Why you want to do that? Because if you don't, it's on the first element and it's going to crowd that up. You have a way to do that. Just drag it down, but Control Z on a background, and there you go. That is, you might want to resize that a little bit. The reason why you want to do that so that you could make the gradient detail on that a little bit smaller, a little bit finer. Here, let's see if it's gonna work this time. Okay, so that's about it. Alright, so it doesn't look good really because it has no borders. So what I would want to suggest to do on this, uh, bring up your rectangular tool and just overlay a black squarish image on all of those, and select V on your keyboard to use a handler for that, so you could reposition. Then click on E on your keyboard or bring up Erases tool. Then set the hardness to 0. Then try to drag it a little bit. Then click on that black layer just created. It's gonna rasterize the file. Then it's not enough for the radius, so bring it up again. No. Bring it up more. No. We're gonna add a little vignette for this. So there you go. I guess this is gonna be alright now. Nope. Sorry. Not hardness here. Hardness should be on. Oh, I guess no. It's, I'm using pencil. Should be brush. All right. Should be brush. Hardness to 0. Okay. And here, if you do that, see, it's just gonna give you like a camera effect that's it's focused on noodleworzch.com. Again, visual elements are controlled by the eyes. So what you want to do is to drive your audience to take a look at that advertised text, which is noodleworzch.com. So it's too dark. You might wanna again holding on to the very same layer. Let's rename that. Kind of lazy in renaming layers. Sorry about that. So let's rename that. You say overlay, and the opacity right here is 100. So you bring that down to something like that. See, so you could get a little bit of a gradient, a little bit of a sunshine. My battery is low, so let's charge up a little bit. There you go. And so that's about it. And so what you want to do is to make the letters a little bit popping up. So on control, I mean on noodleboss.com. Oh, what's going on? Kind of sleepy now. Okay, noodleboss.com. Click on that, then layer style, drop shadow. Now here, when you want to drop the shadow, take a look at that. It's an angular point of 40. I mean, I guess it's 120 the other way. So you might want to move the radius handler here. Move that so the shadow will also move. Distance, take a look at that. Whenever you move that, it's gonna move too. Okay. So what you want to do is to just, I guess it should be 90. There you go, 90 at the center. And spread size is this. This is how you break that down and make that a little bit floating. There you go. And that's about it. And also, this text right on top should be floating too, because it seems that it's painted right direct on the background. So drop shadow. There you go. So that's it. Make that up a little bit like that. Okay, so you got that. So what you want to do is to somehow make crack effect on noodleboss.com. So how you do that? Here, this is noodleboss layer. Hide that so you can see that it's really that. Control J to duplicate. Save this. So if you make mistakes, you still have that. So on this, what you have to do is to make that an image file. I mean, rasterize that so you can make erasers work on that. So click on E on your keyboard, then select hardness to very hard, 100%, and pixel drop down to 1 pixel. Okay, so again, you're targeting the noodleboss.com layer, which is this. Okay, so make that a little bit larger and just go ahead and just crack that up a little bit. Just draw figures like that, and so you could get to have a just slow down a little bit on the orange part because you might affect the orange. We're just gonna keep it that way, plain orange. Okay, so that's about that. That's how you create noodleboss.com to be looking a little bit cracked in there, so you could somehow make it look not very much strong since it's impact for the font and it's black in color. So that makes that a little bit lighter in the eyes. Okay, so that's about it. What you have to do is to um, press Shift Control Alt S. Sorry, Shift Control Alt S, and save that as a JPEG. Drop this handler down. Give it a JPEG container. Quality is, take a look at that. If you drop the quality down to 0, you get to lose the details. But if you bring that up to 100, you get a perfect looking image right there. Okay, just save the file. Use HD wallpaper. Cracked. Oh, crack it. No, sorry, I misspelled that. Okay, let's bring that down and have a look at this. Okay, so I guess that would somehow be enough now for your background image. Let's try that. Again, this is the image that we got right now. Double click, right click on this, and set background. Okay, so we got a nice looking background now. So that's how you create your HD background for video tutorials so you can somehow promote your website by just letting that stay in there as your background while you move elements on your website. I mean on your web tutorial. I mean on your video tutorials. Alright, so that's what I'm going to share for you right now. For more of the videos that we've created, you can check out www.youtube.com/noodleworzch, and on our website. Did I say website? Just go to noodleworzch.com. That's about it. Thanks for watching. See you back.